everybody, and welcome to the Metal Magdalene with Jet right here on Metal Messiah Radio. Tonight we have with us as our guest, guitarist and vocalist, Alexey of the Symphonic black metal band WELICORUSS. Welcome to the show, Alexey.
Hello to everybody, and thank you so much for inviting me. So I have a possibility to introduce our band and our music to all your listeners.
So, Alexey, what kind of music were you listening to prior to starting the band that might have influenced you into doing your own music?
Actually, I started from classical metal, as maybe most of your listeners and other fans of metal everywhere, from Metallica, Manowar, Megadeth. And I was really huge fan of Metallica, for example. I know everything about these four guys. But then, when I became older, I learned much more different styles. Mostly it was Gothic music, bands like Swiss band Lacrimosa, Norwegian band Tristania, Haggard, and many more. And then after that, I started to listen to a bit harder music like Cradle of Filth, Dimmu Borgir, Immortal. But I have never been a big fan of true black metal like Mayhem or Marduk. I love some songs, but for me it's a little bit boring when you're listening all the time. And this is I actually I love a whole scale of emotions, not only, dark and evil. I love, some other kinds. So that is why I listen a little bit to power metal as well, because it's another kind of emotions there. And so the biggest influence was made by the band from Ukraine, Nocturnum Autumn, who made a great mixture between traditional Slavic music with aggressive black metal and symphonic music. So I really love that, and I try to use these things in my music as well.
So when did you decide to make your solo project a full band?
A whole band?
Mm-hmm.
Because firstly, one-man band appeared in 2002, but in 2005 I decided to make a whole band, like a real band, when my friend told me that definitely this music should be played live on stage, and I started to search in my hometown musicians who want to do that. It was not easy because there were no absolutely the same bands, and so that is why these people who played with me, actually, they didn't understood this music deeply as it should be.
And where was the first show that you played as a band, Alexey?
It was very funny because the first show was played on the 1st of April, on the Fool's Day, in one of the biggest clubs in Novosibirsk called Rock City Club. And it was a really funny show, so I honestly don't want to remember about that because we look like absolutely not the same like now from stage. So, but it was funny. It was a fun experience, and I was very proud that finally we started to play.
So, what prompted your move from Siberia to Prague?
Why?
Yes.
In 2012, I decided that my lineup is breaking up, and those musicians has their own families, their own problems, and it's really difficult to motivate them. And that is why I decided that I need to try to move the band in another town. And I have several possibilities. One of them was to move to Moscow or to St. Petersburg, close to European borders. And but my wife, who also how to tell it, makeup maker, and stylist of WELICORUSS band, told me that it would be better if we will move to center of Europe, to Prague. And actually, we really love Prague and this culture, and it's also very close to, because it's Slavic country, it's also close to Russia, like in language and culture, and that is why we decided to move there. And so we did that. Actually, I haven't believed that it could be possible, because it's really difficult to get a visa for a Russian guy to move to Europe. But everything is going well, and now we are here in the center of Europe and playing all the time everywhere around.
So we're here today to talk about your new album, Siberian Heathen Horde. So Alexey, tell us a little bit about the album title as well as the artwork on the album.
It's very funny because I'm also promoter of some shows here in Czech Republic, and usually it's almost the second or third time, I made a very nice name for festival, and then I called with this name our song or album. So it was for example, with the previous album we had a very nice song called Sounds of the North, and I really love this name, and I made a song, and then we made a video clip for that. The same situation with the Siberian Heathen Horde. I just make this name. We already start to use it in merchandise and everywhere, and then I thought, oh, it's very.
It's a great name. So tell us a little bit too about the artwork on the album too, Alexey.
Artwork was made by my friends from Russia, theoretical parts. So I just told them what I want to see here and made some sketch and show them, and they did that. I really happy how it's look like now. So it's expressed my thoughts.
And walk us through the album just a little bit. What are some of the songs about, and what kind of atmosphere were you going for musically?
Sorry, what do you mean?
Tell us a little bit about what some of the songs are about.
Okay. So the title song, Siberian Heathen Horde, is about, it's like a tale for all other nations and people about fantasy country Siberia. Like everybody knows that Siberia is far away, and it's a wild place where wild people and animals live in. And that is why I made it a little bit more weird and show it like we are four guys like came from Siberia, and that we are like wild and crazy, and primal, and we live in nature, and we are so primal that we're doing like everything by instincts, and eating meat, fresh flesh, and killing people to get food or something, and raping women and other things, like everything by instincts. But in the same time, like we have some rituals which connected with the universe or something like that. So it's a little bit strange, but this idea looks like pretty interesting for me. And there are some other songs about some philosophical things, like for example, Path of Seduction. It's about people who try to make their spirit more developed. It's about their way, how they should do that. And another song, for example, Hymn of the Lost Souls, is one of the most epic songs which we have ever made. It's about our life, that all people is how it called, suffering and something like that. You can read more about that in our lyrics. And also we have a very nice song, Frostbounded. It's about a guy who is freezing. How it's called? He's dying in the snows, and he feel how he's freezing, and how his heart is stops, and that he cannot move, and he can see only with his eyes some eagle which is flying above him. So it's really wild and most of aggressive song which on this album, I think. So it's mostly philosophical album.
And what formats is it going to be released on, Alexey?
It will be released like a standard CD, but in a digipack package, and also like a vinyl. So people can decide what they want to get. So, but anyway, we were proud how which sound we made there, because it sounded really cool.
It did.
Really cool sound.
It did come out really well. And are you guys going to be playing some shows this year?
To play shows where?
Yes. Are you going to be playing some shows throughout the year? Where?
Of course. We're playing all the time. We're trying to play as much as we could. So we just came back from Netherlands and Belgium, and in the end of this month we will go on tour in Czech Republic, and then we will play in Netherlands again in Hague, and then we will have a pretty long tour in Germany. So we try to play and show everybody our new album and new songs. So we like it so much.
Now, you recently released another video for the new album for the title track, directed and produced by you. What went into making that video, and what do you enjoy about directing and producing the entire process of the video?
For us, it was pretty difficult process, and for me, like organizer and a director of this video, it was absolutely terrible and very very difficult, because all the time it's not enough time to film everything what we want, and I had so many ideas, but finally we packed everything in these 5 minutes, and we really enjoyed it. Anyway, it was stressful work during whole 2 days, but we finally made it, and we are really happy, But the main thing, of course, for me, when I sit on this big throne and singing, and 2 naked girls is shaking with their boobs. It was really, really nice.
Not a bad gig, no.
Yes, but not for my wife. When she saw this, she told me, "What the fuck is going on?"
So let's talk a little about stage presence. What does the face paint represent in your band?
We try to represent on stage. We try to represent the same what we made, what we did on video clip Siberian Heathen Horde. So we want to show some tribes, Siberian tribes, wild and primal, as I told before, and that is why, like all primal tribes, usually in Africa or somewhere else, they making some corpse paint or whatever, and of course it's mixed also with the style which we make it, like black metal. So it's like normal black metal corpse paint, actually, nothing special. But anyway, we also made some leather costumes which mix some how it called leather things which used in Middle ages, some barbaric things with tribal style. So also we use on stage blood so it looks like much more aggressive with that.
Mm-hmm. And if people want to learn more about the band, what is the best websites they can go to?
Websites.
Mm-hmm.
So our website, welicoruss.org, is the official website of the band. You can go there and check us more, get more information about history of the band, to check our albums, previous albums as well, videos, and also we have a web store there as well. And also you can get some more information on our Bandcamp page, and of course Facebook, Instagram, and don't forget to follow us on Spotify.
There you go. WELICORUSS have a new album out, Siberian Heathen Horde. You can check their website to hear more music and learn more about the band. And Alexey, thank you for taking the time to come on the show to tell us about the band and the new album, and all the best to you and the band.
Thank you so much for your interest and supporting us, and I hope finally we will play one day in US.